Hi, Darren.
What's up, man?
Elvis, good to meet you.
Hey, thanks for letting me make out with your dog.
I know. What is that?
That's a bit strong. I think making out is a pretty strong.
No. I have a picture of you kissing my dog.
Well, your dog was kissing me, man. I was being polite.
Oh.
It takes two.
Are you
It takes
saying
two
he,
tango, exactly.
Are you saying he asked for it?
You know, with those adorable eyes, yeah, it's hard to deny.
Look at he's
sweet
sniffing
pup.
you. Do you have a dog?
He knows. No, I don't have a dog. Unfortunately, I'm actually pretty allergic.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Wah wah, buzzkill.
Please don't die right now.
No, like that. It's not like.
I think he's one of those dogs that doesn't make you break out.
No, it's totally cool. Look at this guy. Come on.
And he's the only member of the morning show that can sniff a celebrity's crotch and get away with it.
Well, with that attitude,
We've all tried.
I'm sure you can really, if you put your mind to it.
So Glee done.
Done.
And Hedwig did it.
Done.
You got a movie coming out.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
That's very
you do the
encouraging.
thing, and then you don't know what happens to it. So yeah, with God willing, sure it'll come out.
You did your part.
I did my part. I did the thing. Yeah.
This weekend, this Sunday, Elsie Fest.
Yeah.
You remember last weekend we did the iHeartRadio Outdoor
Daytime Village.
Yeah.
Well, this is the equivalent, but it's in New York, and it's Broadway songs. It's Broadway stuff, right?
And it's not necessarily Broadway songs, but it's just people that have a lot of Broadway ties. Because there's a lot of I'm sure a lot of people are singing pop songs or standards. Or the main sort of celebration of the festival is to feature people that have Broadway connections that are in pop culture. So it's not necessarily like all show tunes, but in that sense, it is sort of like outdoor Warped Tour kind of vibe. I mean, we're not going to be mosh pitting. I mean, hopefully we are.
No, we're going to be mosh pitting.
I would love to see, Barbra Streisand in a mosh pit.
Watch her float.
Yeah.
Wait, and you helped organize this, did you not?
Yeah, this is an idea that I had a while back just from having gone to so many festivals and concerts and stuff. And it just seemed like an interesting thing to try out because I go to a lot of festivals and I go to a lot of musical theater and cabaret shows and I go, why not try and put these two things together?
We're coming. We're coming to your show Sunday.
It could crash and burn for all I know. I mean, I don't want to like jinx it, but it's definitely an experiment, but a cool one.
So Darren, you were born and raised on the West Coast, like San Francisco area, right?
San Francisco area, that's right.
And at what age, I'm assuming a very early age, did you decide that music theater was really your calling? And where did it come from? How did it start?
I didn't, man. That's what's so weird. I didn't. The thing that I always tell people when they ask me about musical theater is like I didn't necessarily have ambitions of doing it at all. Like I like theater and I did like plays and stuff, and I was a big music fan, and I like a lot of. Now that I look back on it, I go, wow, it's pretty cool for like an 8-year-old. But I bought a lot of records, I bought a lot of tapes, and I was just an avid, rampant music consumer. So I never really put the two together. Until,
when did they come together?
I guess I did musical theater as a child because just like I played basketball as a child, but I'm not in the NBA. Like it was fun, But when I was in college, I just did plays most of the time. I was in the degree where you don't do the musical theater kids were like the super talented, like #1 best in the country, like whoa, very intimidating, and that was not us. We were the kids in the corner, like reading Chekhov and smoking cigarettes, like not worthy of their presence. And so I think my senior year of college, we for fun, and if I think this happens a lot in colleges and universities. People put on these shows just for poops and giggles. I can't say the other one. It doesn't sound as good with poops.
No.
But for poops and giggles, and I had music in it that I would write, and because I wrote the songs, I would sing them too. So that was this thing called a Very Potter musical, which eventually kind of launched my career in an unexpected journey where I would now be associated with musical theater. And obviously Glee just kind of solidified that. But
so was Glee like that was the pounding in of the...
I think for people to associate me with musical theater, because it's the thing that I say is, I love food. I've always loved food and restaurants, but I never wanted to be like a chef. So it's this kind of weird thing where
this never was a 5-year plan. You were just kind of going down the highway, and when it fell in your path, you
listen. If you're gonna subject yourself to a life of being, and I'm using quote fingers, an artist, in a Batman voice, an artist, then you're kind of there's a huge amount of uncertainty. So for me, I'm just a mercenary. It was like if I could do music, cool. If I could be an actor, cool. If I'm like gonna talk on the radio. There's so many things that if it involved being creative, cool.
But you take it seriously.
Oh yeah, but I just didn't. I didn't have my sights set on it has to be musical theater.
Well, but now you're here.
Do that, and they get very disappointed if it doesn't happen.
But now you're here. Now you're doing it. Can you identify a point, Darren, where you actually were in a room by yourself and you were thinking, oh my God, I'm kind of really passionate about this. I didn't take it seriously at first. It was just kind of fun. But this is something I don't think I want to live without.
When I saw Aladdin, and I was years old, and I remember realizing, so I grew up in San Francisco, and Robin Williams was a big, and has been for obviously for many people, many generations, a big figure in the entertainment community. And because his kids lived, he raised his family in San Francisco. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of vaguely aware of him as a personality. And, when you're years old, you don't really have a full, perception of what jobs are. Like spaceman, fireman, that's it. Like you don't really have any other ideas. And then I remember seeing Aladdin and then loving the genie and thinking, that's cool. Like, however, and I just remember like the audience thinking, like laughing, but without ever comprehending it, I thought it was so cool that all these strangers could come together and like get behind something that these people have never met, but they like this genie. Like, I want to be a genie. How can I do that to people?
So it kind of clicked for you.
And so genie. So when I figured out the genie was Robin Williams, I was like, oh, cool. So what does he do? Like, you could have said he's a garbage man. I'd be like, cool, that's it. That's the one for me. I want to be a garbage man.
Wow.
And so my mom's like, well, he's an actor. I'm like, great, cool. Whatever I got to do that. Like, that's the thing that I got to do.
Jane Lynch sat in this chair, and we picked her brain one day.
It felt a little warm. That's what it is.
She left her butt warmth.
Yeah, exactly. Just for me. I know that butt warmth anywhere.
To meet someone like a Jane Lynch, or someone who's been, has such a fantastic resume of accomplishment in this business, she still seemed like she had that, what's next? I've done this, I've done that. I'm not guaranteed a job next.
Absolutely.
This career I've chosen, I don't know. I don't know. It could end tomorrow. It could. I mean, how do you feel as your chosen life career?
Hyper aware of that. I'm always aware of that. I mean, you expect nothing. You hope for everything and expect nothing. That's kind of my day-to-day mantra. It's like the fact that I'm doing anything, the fact I'm talking to you guys, the fact that I can hear my voice on a radio right now. That's absurd. That's fundamentally absurd. And like.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing.
I can't believe they pay us to come in here and tell fart jokes every day.
Yeah, I mean, you guys figured out how to do that, and that's incredible.
Fart jokes
are incredible.
They really are fun, aren't they?
But to be able to do this is nuts, and so I'm very aware of that. Like if it got taken away from me like tomorrow, like that's fair. Like I've had a good. I'd be bummed. Obviously, I've worked really hard, but like I've had such good fortune that like to feel entitled to it or feel like I deserve this that's also absurd.
Thank you very much, Darren Criss.
Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. Rock and roll.